Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. The topic for today's reading is going to be a wish. So the two songs that came up for me today for this channeled session is Ski Low, I Wish. He's wishing he was a little bit taller. He wished he was a baller. He wished he had a girl who looked good, he would call her. And then we also have Ray J, One Wish. Okay, so both these people are wishing for a person in their life and, possibly some other things. But the message that I am guided to tell you is that there is something that you, collective, have been wishing for that is about to materialize. So what you're being called to do at this time is potentially a dream board, put on there specifically what your wish is. If you're wishing for a house or a job or a relationship, whatever your wish is, put your order into the universe right now because it is about to be granted. So what we're going to look at in today's reading is how we can make that happen. Okay. So wishes, you could throw a penny into a well and make a wish, but you also need to put affirmative action behind the wish. So that's what we're going to look at today. So thank you all so much for joining me. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. All right, let's jump right in. I am curious to see where this goes. So we're going to start with the Self-Mastery Oracle, and this is Archangel Metatron. So, Spirit, please guide and direct me and the cards for the collective about something that's going on with their wish currently. Okay, so we have the Tree of Life, Travel On. We're going to read these as well. So we'll see what that's guiding us to do. The Tree of Life to me is about a journey, and I believe if I remember correctly in that particular card, it asks you to look at the image and to focus on a particular color, and then whatever color you tend to be focused on might be either the point in the journey that you are on currently or something that you need to focus on. All right, we also have Letting Go, a time for release. Now, I will say this because I started burning this sage quite a bit ago and it is still going. Okay, so there is potentially a lot right now that needs to be cleansed or let go of. I felt that before we even started. Okay, the sage was just burning like crazy today. So think about, as well as not what you want to call in, but also what needs to let go. That way you can make room for what you're trying to call in. All right, what else, please? All right, and we have Passion, Love for Life. Beautiful imagery there. Okay, so we are going to jump right into that. Let's start with this first one, which is number 32, the Tree of Life, and it says Travel On. All right, it says you have drawn the Tree of Life card to remind you that life is both a journey from spirit to earth and from earth back to spirit. All right, I'm going to bring this forward so that we can look at the imagery because it will call you to do that. The mission is special, and so are you who walks its path. There may be times when you feel stuck along life's pathways, yet wherever you are, there are blessings and learnings and exploration to be done. There is no place that you are supposed to be, and no missed path that you didn't take. All roads converge back at the same point. There are no wrong turns or right turns, just different approaches to the same destination. You will meet others on life's path who seem to be going faster. Do not judge them, since you do not know on what part of the path that they started. There is no one in front of you or behind you. The truth is, you are all moving along the same grid lines in different waves and movements. Metatron sits at the top of the Tree of Life, helping you to birth and descend and welcoming you when you climb back up. Archangel Sandalphilon sits at the bottom, a perfect angelic anchor and compass point from which signals are sent out to guide you on. The trick is to enjoy the journey. See all of it as important, all equally valid. Every experience and person that you meet along the way and all that you will learn will make you the person that you are. Look at the card. Which sphere speaks to you? Is it the color or position on the tree that most strikes you? Feel into this. What does it say to you about this stage of your life experience? Do you feel as though you are working your way up or down? Do you feel static or unmoving? Judge none of it. As you are where you are and Metatron can see you. You are not lost or forgotten or unable to be seen. The Creator's light is shining down upon you, encouraging you to enjoy this journey of life and your time here on this planet. Look again at the card. See now that the next place on the tree that you wish to travel to. What does this represent to you? What are your expectations? And what do you need to experience? Travel on, journey on. You are doing well, and all is as it should be. The tree is secure, and so is your place on it. So the word wish came up in here, and I really love that because, again, that was something that I was guided to have us focus on initially. So if you feel you identify more with this red, that would be your root chakra, the base, okay? So that's your stability, your home life, your safety, that sort of thing. Now from here, you could say, where is my next place? I could go to this purple, I could go to this reddish color, I could go up here to this orange. What you're being asked of you now is to focus on not only where you are, but where you want to go next, okay? And plan accordingly. Do your dream board or whatever it is that you need to create something for you to say, this is where I want to go next. All right, let's get some tarot on that. Okay, let's dig more into this tree of life. Okay, before I continue, the other message just came to me while I was shuffling. It did mention in there not to judge others who might be on different points of the tree. Wishing can be a slippery slope. Because if we just sit here and wish, and don't put any proactive actions behind it to bring us towards where we want to go, then that's sort of counterproductive, okay? It's also saying don't wish what someone else has, because they got theirs however they got theirs, and that's their journey to travel on, okay? So in knowing that you could be at any point, going in any direction, at any time, so could somebody else. So I love that that map is there because it really does signify that we are all on the same journey within the same, I'm going to call it like a game board, right? If you think of Monopoly or whatever game board you want to associate this with. Maybe the object is not to go around the circle 20 times. But in Monopoly, it's who's the last man standing, who has the most money. I know that that's not a good representation, but what I'm getting at here is that the focus is not on where you are now or where somebody else is now, but the focus is your inner journey and what you've accomplished up to this point and where you want to go next, okay? And again, comparison is the thief of joy. I say that all the time. So really have compassion for yourself on whatever spot or line you may be on and where you're going to go next. And have compassion for others as they're also maybe crossing your path, okay? Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. So I'm getting that for some of you, maybe you didn't see life as this. Life is a journey, not a destination. Maybe some of you had initially said, my purpose in life is to acquire all the money in the world, and if I can't do that, then I'm a failure. An example. If I don't have a relationship, then I'm a failure. So there are things that have been ingrained in us that we're unlearning. Okay. And through going through this tree of life, it's teaching us these unlearnings, right? And again, not to compare our journey with others. Because we have this sudden truth and clarity that came through for you, I am gathering that some of you did not perceive our journeys and our life paths in this manner. Okay, so this might be like a shock or a surprise to you, but it's a good thing because now you're able to stand back and to look at things from a different perspective. Okay, what else? We have the Five of Wands. All right, and that's the other thing that came out while we were discussing this. Life is not a competition. Okay, some of us may have been competing with our brother or sister, our neighbors, our friends, our parents, our aunts, uncles, grandparents, whatever. We saw life as a competition. Maybe it's for a job position. 100 people applied. That means I've got to compete against these 99 others that also applied. And so that means I've got to do something better than the rest of them. Okay? Life is not that way. What's going to happen is you're going to vibrate out your own frequency, and those who are meant for you are going to meet you where you're at. You don't need to struggle and to climb that ladder and to be the best at anything, because that's not what life is about. It is about being your authentic self, radiating your light out, becoming a beacon to others, and they're going to find you as you're going through your journey. So you don't need to do anything. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to do anything special other than be you. Okay, and then we also have this Knight of Pentacles. So this could mean a couple of things. This could be you needing to be patient on your journey as you travel on. Okay, and to understand that in your patience, you are gaining so many things, right? It's taking me back to the life is not a race, It's not the destination, it's the journey. So in going slower and being more practical in your approaches, you are learning valuable lessons in that, okay? So that is beautiful there. And again, I'm getting that most of us did not see life that way initially. So this is kind of a new concept for us, and that's okay because it doesn't mean that that's anything wrong. We are raised a particular way, society says we need to be a particular way, and we're having to unlearn a lot of that, okay? We're not competing with anyone but ourselves. I always say we're competing with past versions of ourselves. Are you better than you were yesterday, last month, last year, last 10 years? If the answer is yes in any aspect, then you're doing just fine and you're right where you need to be. And if you don't feel that you're doing better, then that's what we need to reassess and to figure out what we need to change within ourselves to keep going and to travel on. All right, let's look at this one, letting go. And this is a time for release. So this links to the planet Uranus and the nature of change and adapting to unexpected events. So its influence helps support whatever that you are going through right now. Or it may be that you somehow sense a change in the air. You feel that change is coming soon. Letting go is appropriate for you now. You are asked, why do you hold on so tight and so hard to someone or something that has had its time? Look at your hands. Are they clenched? Is your breath shallow and your body tight from trying so hard and persevering for so long? You may have been trying to control or change something that wasn't meant to adapt or to be a part of this next stage of your life. Instead, look to yourself and what is vibrationally right for you right now. Learn to be flexible, yielding, and able to let go. Letting go may also apply to mindset, behaviors, or addictions. Truly anything that makes you feel heavy and troubled that is not serving you. Your attention is brought to this now. Archangel Metatron is here to help you realize that change happens all around us every day, and that nothing can ever stay the same. There is a time and a season for everything. Maybe you have enjoyed or savored what you are now being asked to let go of. Know that there is a reason for every experience that we have in life. Every person we meet, we learn and grow from it all. Like the tree that knows when the new season approaches, you are asked to prepare now for change that is coming. Nature is our best teacher. The leaves that fall from the tree know that this happens to protect the life force of the tree, so that new buds can appear again. After the leaves have been fertilized back into the soil, nothing is lost. Nothing is wasted. It's nature's way and our way of recycling and renewing for the next period of growth. Know too that letting go can be gentle, like a soft breeze, answering your soul's calling to adapt and move on. Or it can be forced, like a storm that appears that wasn't prepared for and seems needlessly harsh. Let go with grace, gentleness, and do what you already know you have to. But realize that you are not being asked to do it alone. Archangel Metatron is with you, supporting you. Also be aware of the bountiful gifts that await in your future when you close this door so that another can open. All right. I love that. That's beautiful. Because I did say that with the smoke. Okay. So there might be something, again, that we are clinging on to that's not enabling us to move forward and to receive whatever the wish is that you've put out to the universe. Okay. I don't want to dwell too much on that. That was pretty self-explanatory. Let's get into the tarot. Tell me more about this letting go and a time for release. We have the Four of Pentacles. Wow. The epitome of holding on too tight. So, some of us are afraid to let go of something because we're afraid that if we let this go, something greater will not take its place. All right? Again, can't really get much more into that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's keep going. All right, the Page of Wands. I'm getting that, okay, this is tying me to this Passion card because it's the Page of Wands. You see how this person is pole vaulting? They want to go towards this, right? This passion, this love for life. But this Four of Pentacles is preventing it from happening. It's so interesting because it's like we are ready. Our soul is like, we're gonna do this. We're on our way. But there's something that we might be afraid to let go of that's preventing us from moving forward. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. She is very caring and nurturing, good business sense. All right, so let me think about how this relates. All right, there it is. So let's tap into our past lives. Maybe in this lifetime, we have had a terrible relationship with money. And I'm only saying money because we have a lot of pentacles on the table here. But maybe in a past life, you were very good at managing money. In fact, you were likely very successful with it. Okay? So this is why your soul is trying to break away from your human self, because your human self still has this level of fear of, if I let go of this, I'm not going to be able to accomplish the things I need to accomplish. Okay? But deep within you, you have this successful sense within you. You just have to let go. There's nothing more I can say about this. Your soul already knows the way. Letting go is the only way to move forward. Okay? And again, you have that wish. You've already put it out into the universe. But you might be hindering its ability to come to you, to find you. You've got to let something go. I don't know what this is for all of you, but it is something in an earthly sense. Let's just say you live in a very tiny apartment and you're wanting a bigger house. Maybe you are afraid to let go of that tiny apartment because it's all you've known for the last however many years, and this is your comfort zone. But know that in letting it go, something greater will take its place. Maybe it's a job. Maybe you know you're not happy at this job. You don't get paid enough. You're not appreciated. There is something that's preventing you from moving forward because you're afraid that in letting this go, a better job will not find you. Okay? Your business sense and your soul already know the way. This could also be a relationship. Again, it's run its course. You're no longer happy here. You don't even know why you're still here and why you've been here for so long. There is something in the letting go that is very cathartic. Okay? And again, maybe you could go journal about it. What is it about me that's not enabling me to move forward? What am I hanging on too tightly to? All right. And it's also bringing me to the whole message of when you pass on from this life, you cannot take your material possessions with you. So none of it matters anyways. It's like, imagine yourself in a casket. Okay? Do you have your car? Do you have your house? Do you have all the material possessions and money that you acquired in this lifetime? No, you do not. You absolutely do not. What matters the most? How did you love? All right, let's move on. The next one is number 25. And this is passion, a love for life. You are reminded to seek that which makes you truly happy. And before I start reading, what I'm hearing is that many of you have felt that you have been breadcrumbed in some way. You have just accepted whatever you could get because you didn't feel that A, you deserve to be happy, or that you could never truly be happy. All right, that's very powerful. That was a message for somebody. All right, when was the last time your heart skipped a beat in excitement or raced at the thought of a new love or new experiences, or simply by being joyfully inspired, not expired, by what life has to offer? Life flows when we follow our passion. What we do, say, or act in accordance with what makes our heart sing, not when we feel beholden or in a state of unrelenting boredom, apathy, or victimhood. Think of what you love to do, whom you love to be with, and where you wish to be. Passion for life has nothing to do with how much you have materially, but how rich your inner world is and whether you are serving yourself by following your dreams. You can have passion for a person, a cause, a project, a place, a calling, or any manner of things, yet you need to be passionate about something. If you are struggling and feeling disconnected from what you really love, ask Archangel Metatron to remind you of a moment in time when you felt truly alive, vibrant, and passionate. Maybe you have become dulled to all that life has to offer you, yet each day offers a new opportunity to find beauty and joy once again. It may be time to start a new hobby, find a new interest, or seek out new people or places. Go with what your heart feels it wants to try, do, and experience. You may also be being asked to rekindle some romance and passion in an existing relationship, or find it anew with someone else. Maybe you have settled for second best, sold yourself short, or shied away from any form of intimacy through fear of rejection or failure. And yet connection and intimacy make us feel alive and in touch with our true selves. I just saw 555. Heart to heart, soul to soul. A deep connection with one who matches you vibrationally, body, mind, and soul is what you deserve and what you can achieve. But to earn that, you also have to be able to give that to another. Enter into the flames and whispers of your own heart, where true passion resides. Become aware once more of its calling in your life and of the possibility of leading a passionate life, not a dull one shadowed by indifference, denial, or guilt, but a full, rich life where you look back with no regret at lost chances, meetings, or experiences, so that you can say at the end of your days, I truly loved my life, and I did what made my heart sing. Ooh, goosebumps, I'm telling you, that is beautiful. So, it is alluding to relationships, but not necessarily, okay? Now, I am very strongly getting that some of us may be stuck in something, and we don't know how we got stuck here. How did we get stuck in this thing that we're stuck in? The truth of the matter is that you allowed it. Maybe, again, you didn't feel worthy of having something greater. But your soul deep down is calling for this. You truly deserve to be happy. You truly deserve to be passionate about something in your life. So whether that is love, whether that is a hobby, a job, your service to humanity, whatever this is, your soul already knows the path, okay? And that's another thing that's going back to this tree of life. Your soul already knows what it wants to do next. You just have to quiet down and listen. And surrender is the biggest thing that's coming to me. Because again, by holding on too tight, it can make us feel like we're just stuck somewhere. All right? Ooh, let's get some tarot on this. Thank you. 6 of Wands. Look at that. Success and victory, rewards, recognition. We crave that. I'm getting that in your current situation, especially if it's a job, you're not getting that. And you know you deserve that. And you know that you work hard. And you should be getting that, but you're not. Okay, what else? The 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So again, going back to having patience. You've planted seeds in the past. And you're just waiting for them to grow. That's all it is. You already know that the growth is occurring. But we need to have patience as we travel on. All right, and the 7 of Cups. So you do have lots of options of where to go next. Again, your soul is calling you in different directions. It already knows the path that it wants to go. You just have to quiet your mind down long enough to listen, observe, and follow your heart. Your heart already knows the way, okay? All right, I'm going to jump into the Pure Magic Oracle and see what advice, there we go, what advice we have for creating this for ourselves. It totally knocked this out. So nothing happens by accident. This flipped up here and went in reverse. What do we need to do? We need to let go. 4 of Pentacles in reverse is about letting go. Okay? Let's see what we got here. So we have Baraka, which is power, strength, force, and expansion. Then we have Florida water, which I associate this with cleansing. So again, going back to the sage needing to let go of something or to cleanse something. Then we have Ocean's Muse, water's wisdom, intuition, hermit's light, discovery. Okay. So that to me is about going within. But we are going to read a little bit on this, just want to see what it has to say. Let's start with number 31, which is Florida water. So what is it that we're needing to cleanse? Okay. So the first act of cleansing in human lives begins with the first bath after birth, and it is only fitting that we continue to use water as the sacred essence of rejuvenation and renewal. When this appears, it is time to take a step back and return to our natural form of spiritual purity and simplicity. You have been drawn far into the depths of troubles, stresses, and anxiety of following life in its dictated fashion. And nature is calling you back to remember how you first began. You chose to either continue the path of detaching from your divine nature or reclaim your sacred spirit's poetry once more. Remember that your inner power remember your inner power and dive deep into the blood of earth, the waters of life divine. When you magically infuse water with herbs, crystals, and sacred symbols, you create a powerful enchanted potion to dispel heavy bonds and binds. You cleanse your aura and your surroundings, renewing the lease of vitality and reinvigorate your sacred space. Okay, so there is ingredients here for creating your own Florida water, but I am also going to show you the one that you can just buy in the store. So this is the one that you can buy in the store, and it's just called Florida water. They actually have it labeled as a cologne, but it's kind of this very light green color you can see there. What I actually do with this is I mix it, put it in my own little spray bottle, put some sigils on it, some protection sigils, and I add my own blend on top of it. So I like it better in a spray bottle because, again, you can kind of just spray it around the room when you need to clear your space. Sage works great for that too. But it's interesting that we discussed sage and cleansing and letting go, releasing, and then Florida water came up. So there is definitely a need to clean your space out, clear your energetic field, potentially. I'm getting like residual energies from something. So if, let's just say, for example, your house is absolutely cleansed and you have your own sacred space and you know the energy that is in that space on a regular basis, but someone comes over to your house. Maybe they bring something that's nasty and you need to get rid of it, okay? Sage is great for that. Florida water is great for that. Now, this also refers to using water. So showers, baths are excellent for cleansing your energy as well. You can soak in some Epsom salt. You could also use Himalayan salt. So whatever it is that you use to cleanse your energy, you are being asked to do that, especially in clearing it from something that's residual. So again, other people's energy may be stuck to you. All right, let's jump over to the next one, which is Baraka. Power, strength, force, and expansion. This is a power that radiates from all living beings in varying degrees of force and clarity. Different languages have different words to identify this power. The Polynesians refer to it as mana. Among the Yoruba, a prominent language group of the Western Africans, it is known as Akse. In Morocco, this power is called Baraka. And in other areas of the Islamic world, some variation on that word may be used. This force is a holistic power. It does not acknowledge the splits between spirit and matter that humans may perceive, but transcends these divisions. It is defined as a positive power, a benevolent force. This power can be transmitted, is contagious, and can be expanded, and can also be lost. If you consistently feel drained or frustrated, if things just don't ever work out for you, if life lacks a spark of joy, you very likely suffer from a deficiency of this power. You can recognize the power in another person if, having been in their presence, you emerge feeling strengthened and empowered. Mother Earth has this power also, but although a mighty source, she is not without her limits. Magic gives us the ability not just to focus and receive blessings, but to give back to the earth energetically and spiritually. Your power is unique, and by expressing that power positively, you become a valuable asset to earth. So I love that this correlates to this passion card, because it's showing a heart in flames, okay? There's another way that you can think of your inner power. I always associate it as like a little flame inside of you, right? If your flame is dull or small or non-existent, in fact, it's not ever non-existent. It might just become very, very, very small. Once you ignite the passion for the things that you love, that flame becomes so bright and magnanimous. This is your power. And this is your unique vibration that you emanate. And again, it did mention in there about how you feel in someone else's presence that has this, but also I am also picking up that if you exude this confidence and this power, that other people also recognize it in you. So that's kind of one way to recognize people who are going to be to your benefit. Are they draining you or are they igniting you? Those are the two things to focus on when you meet somebody. If it's someone new or someone that's been in your life forever, focus on that. Say, how do I feel after I leave this person's presence? Do I feel empowered? Do I feel magnanimous? Almost like their flame helped ignite mine when it was maybe small and little? Or are they taking my flame that I have built up myself and making it feel smaller? Okay, so there's so many ways that could occur. All right, I'm going to let you use your intuition and your inner guidance to decipher who it is in your life that's giving or taking, because it's all an energetic exchange. All right, let's go to this ocean's muse. This is water's wisdom, intuition, hermit's light, and discovery. The magic of water cannot be fully understood until you witness the vast beauty of the sea yourself. The grand blue lining along the horizon tells us that there is life further away than we can imagine. And the shades of blue softly remind us of the depths of life and all it entails, from water animals, sea creatures, and ocean spirits. Its depths remain a mystery still. When marine scientists and divers touched the first depths of the black abyss, they found deep-sea creatures with frightening forms, enough to scare the toughest of them. But it also showed us that almost every creature has the gift of bioluminescence, the ability to illuminate their way with the glowing light of their own bodies. It's hard to believe that these often hideous creatures were formed with an atomic intelligence, and thus it allows us to consider a notion. For all of us living on land, perhaps not everything has to look beautiful to have a purpose. Okay? So the thought there is that not everything is as it seems. And sometimes we have to go look in unknown places to find the things that we're searching for. Okay? It's taking me to like a hallway of doors. Maybe you've tried 3 of the 10 doors and the 3 closed on you and weren't appropriate for your journey. Okay? And that could also go back to this tree. But maybe one of those doors is your right door. You just need to keep opening the doors. The other thing is don't bang your head on a door that's already closed for you, okay? Let it go. All right. So that's your message for today. I'm going to close this reading out by pulling an intuition oracle and just give you some closing advice. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, like, share, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. I appreciate it. Okay. So we have number 63, choose the healing option. Connect with your energetic heart to intuit the healing option. You may need to set a tough love boundary or gleefully follow your bliss. Ask your sixth sense, what would love do? The healing option is the one most loving to yourself and others. Make compassion your North Star now. I love that. That is beautiful. Totally ties in with everything that we went through today. All right, and I'm going to read you the bottom one. It says, cocoon to protect your sensitive system. Snuggle into a cozy, calm vibe. Court gentle or soft energy. People, books, movies, music, places, conversations, and experiences now. Create a buffer between yourself and stress or drama, even in your own thoughts. Cocoon to protect your sensitive nervous and psychic systems, and your intuition will sprout wings and soar. I love it. So again, that is protecting you against these energy vampires, right? If you sense that, again, someone is taking from you rather than giving, that's what we need to create the barrier between, okay? You have created this passion for your life and for yourself and the things you do and the things you love or the people you love. Nobody can ever take that from you. They only can take it from you if you allow them to. So, create the barrier, create the boundaries if you must. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. Make sure you're filling your own cup up with love before you fill someone else's. Go within so you never go without. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and love. So much love. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.